Hey, what's going on, guys? Um, Today's December 15th, 2024. Let's go through kind of the weekend process. Um, there's been a lot of talk about breath and on X. I don't really look at a lot of breath, but on a day-to-day basis, but I do like seeing some things when we kind of change environments. Just because the last few weeks have been pretty good, at least from November, uh, mid-November to maybe last week. Things have been pretty good for breakouts, but in this last week, it's been a little bit shaky. A lot of breakouts are failing, squatting back down, and it kind of shows here. So these are the net highs and lows. You can see this was basically November, mid-November. We had some good thrust coming out of end of November, and then it's really slowed down here. You can see this is the first time in a while that we've had more net lows than net highs. So that's a little concerning. I mean, it could be just the start of maybe a bigger correction, but there's definitely some tough action under the hood. Um, And you can see if we kind of go back, the last time that we really had a not a great environment was the October, or sorry, end of 2023 from August through like November. This was kind of a really choppy action, not a great environment to swing trade. You can see a lot more net lows than net highs, literally like non-existence. So this was definitely a time where probably shouldn't even be involved in swing trading. Um, and then obviously we have the 2022 bear market. You can see real deterioration of stocks. Maybe there's some decent, maybe a little bit good periods, but definitely nothing like 2023, end of 2023, and then recently has been really good. Um, yeah, recently the action has been good. So on the next one, we've got number of stocks under the 20-day, number of stocks under the 50-day, number of stocks uh, over the 200-day. So you can see the 20 days really declining. So things are starting to kind of break down. Um, but we also have, this is more the NASDAQ and CFD, which this is kind of getting to a oversold area on both NASDAQ and SPY. So maybe we get a bounce on stocks, maybe growth stocks. You can see the indexes look fine. I mean, the indexes are uh, going higher, but that's partly because of mega caps. You can look at Tesla, Meta, Microsoft, Amazon, Apple are all kind of leading this last few weeks. So it's kind of a given that the Qs are not going to be really showing any damage, but just the action overall has been pretty tough, at least for my account. I've been really quick on taking things off, um, not really accepting full risk just because I know I'll get chopped up in this period. But again, this is just a secondary kind of indicator. The biggest indicator are, for me, are setups, and let's kind of go through my list and see if we have anything. So first scan of the day, big volume. We'll kind of sort this. So AVGO obviously had volume on earnings. CLS had some volume. SG. Okay, so now we'll just kind of go through. So we had a nice gap up on earnings. Maybe we kind of get a delayed reaction. Kind of want to look into this a little bit more, but Nice uptrend, pretty much at all-time high. So we'll put that on our master list. All right, that's pretty much it for the big volume. Let's go to relative strength. Riot's pretty wild. I mean, I'd rather trade something like coin or MSTR. I mean, MSTR is pretty wild too, but now just look for cleanup trends on this scan. This scan is basically above the moving averages, kind of talked about in my last video. But I'm looking for setups and a nice clean trend that could potentially set up again. BKKT had a nice little breakout here. I didn't like the volume on it, so I kind of left it alone, but um, that was pretty good. This is a little bit choppy. Back in software. Do you like this NN? I mean, really good clean trend. Volume's kind of picking up. But it's pretty extended. It probably needs a longer base. This one, I'll just kind of keep an eye on it. Let's go to the gainer scan. So I'm just going to run through this real quick. Type move there. KLG looks really good. Nice little tight flag here, but I don't love the volume on it. I tend to stick with the names that are trading on average at least a million shares. I don't know, it's just more of a personal preference. Let's just clear that. All right, so let's just go through master list. Go to delete relative strength. Just so I do have a few ETFs on there as well. So I'm going to go through this list. This is where most of my focus list will come from. These are names that I have added from scans throughout the weeks, and I haven't really cleaned this up. So maybe I'll clean some of these up as well. But let's take a look at this. Uh, Sound had a nice flag on Friday. Nice breakout there. It's probably the first time APP has kind of took away. It's got a nice little area here, nice little tight area on the 20-day. Let's keep an eye on that. Prefer a few tight days on that. I think crowd still looks pretty good. Never broke that pivot here. So definitely seen a lot of setups. Um, it's just a matter of if they kind of follow through. This Roku kind of looks all right. This one I was actually in from here, and I had trimmed some, and then my runner got sold here. They had some news on the, oh, this was, I think, the CEO was going on the cabinet, but this one's starting to look good. Maybe it's an overreaction. Yeah, this one's one of the really nice looking charts here. We had really good volume, great earnings, super tight. Let's just hope this thing doesn't gap up, which I could see that happening. But if not, that pivot would be really nice. Probably a top watch. A little bit extended, but usually on this one, I mean, these momentum names, I think these can keep going. Maybe even takes a little bit longer to kind of get up there, but it's a nice little low risk spot. So that's pretty much it for the master list. Yeah, a lot of names on radar. A lot of these are Bitcoin names and some decent software names, fintech. Um, Definitely going to narrow this down by tomorrow. I want to stick to the tightest names and the ones that have recent momentum, maybe catalysts, fundamentals, something like Asan has the earnings behind it. So definitely going to be kind of narrowing a lot of these names down, but this is kind of the list that I got, and I like to gauge how active I'm going to be in the market based on the amount of setups. And to me, right now, there's definitely some setups out there that you can trade and probably still be very active in this market. And again, if we look at that breadth, if we look at that breadth, I'm kind of getting into this kind of bounce area which, we could very well bounce back up. Let's look at another stock beats. You can see the last 2 days kind of more selling, but we're still in a very good environment. The primary breadth indicator is green. Um, so definitely can continue to look for breakouts, trade breakouts. And I kind of want to just kind of go through year to date. Obviously, Bitcoin is the leader year to date, but if we hide that, you can see QQQ gold is up there. Gold is starting to curl down, but you can see mega caps are probably taking mega cap tech names are taking the Qs higher, and SPY is kind of slowing down as well. And you can see IWM is starting to lose it. The 10-year is kind of starting to pop. Obviously, that's bringing what the smaller caps growth names down as well. Let's look at just the sectors year to date. Communication is up there. Um, yeah, communication is the leader there. So um, kind of a mixed bag. Um, Definitely want to keep an eye on mega caps. If they start maybe flagging out here, you can see Microsoft probably resting here. Apple, Apple probably starting to rest here. Meta starting to kind of rest. So maybe things can continue. One issue is semis are starting to look really weak, especially NVIDIA. You can see we've really just kind of been grinding the last, um, really the last few months. You can see just up, down, up, down, up, down. Maybe signs of distribution, or it's just maybe just making a bigger base, and then we'll go. But we're kind of in this little support uptrend area. If that doesn't hold, we probably kind of make our way down towards this trend line or the 200-day as it kind of catches up. But that's definitely one concern is the semis are starting to uh, kind of come down. But AVGO, you can see SMH looks really good. Really nice long-term flag here, bigger base. So maybe NVIDIA is just not the leader anymore, and maybe uh, hands the torch off to AVGO, and we make a run here. So you can see nice big base breakout on earnings. This one's definitely a watch on my name. I'm just waiting for a tight setup on this, but that's pretty much it, guys. I'm gonna take my hints from my focus list. Definitely gonna cut this down a bit. Want to focus probably primarily on like six less than six names, um, just the six best names from this list. And I'll cut that down, but I'm going to post these on Twitter as well. And I'll share my master list on the description on the video. So if anybody wants to check it out, they can check it out. I'll share it. So it'll basically look like this. It'll just show all the 92 names. You can add it to your list. I think if you go all the way down, it'll also show like which sectors are most of them in. So you can see heavily in tech sectors, electronic technology, retail. So you can take a look at that, and you guys can save this list as well. These are just kind of the main names that I'm watching. So that's pretty much it, guys. Hopefully everybody has a good week. Holidays are coming around, so maybe we get that Santa rally as well. So that's it, and we'll talk to you guys later.